Hey guys, and welcome back. As I said in my last video, I've got another bike that I want to build, and I'll see if you guys can give me some ideas on how what we should be doing with it. So without further ado, I'll just show you the bike. So this is it here. Picked it up for a nice cheap price. Another one of these garage finds that you put the word out and people say, yeah, I got an old bike in the garage, here you can have it for this. So I just buy it cheap and do them up. So let's see what we've got here. This is for those of you who don't know, this is an Avanti gyro, which is basically it's a New Zealand designed bike for the New Zealand market. I think it made it as far as Australia. It's kind of like a European named Kiwi bike, Avanti, I think it means go in Spanish possibly, don't quote me on that, but anyway, they pumped out heaps of bikes and this is no exception. So I think the gyro was just a base series, wasn't anything too special. I don't even know how original this bike is, to be fair. It's got some crazy SLR brakes from way back. It's got possibly some upgraded Ultegra 9-speed STIs on it, and as you can see it's been sitting for a while. It's got the really classic ITM stems, which I really like. Those are nice, and it's got some ITM bars, which are nice as well. So it's all a good spec. Beautiful tricolour hubs with classic Mavic MA2 rims. These are classic and beautiful rims, like eyeletted aluminium, really nice condition. Some classic old GPX, are they? 4000s, some of these are old tyres, man. So yeah, the frame's like a semi-aero thing from I don't even know when, because the thing with New Zealand bikes is they weren't categorised or catalogued, sorry, back in the day, so it's kind of very hard to just go on the web and type in bikes and hope you find it. Type in Avanti and hope you find it. So this has obviously got a interesting aluminium fork, very skinny looking, and then it's got a sort of a flattened ovalized frame, alloy tubing. You can tell by the big old toothpaste welds. 27.2 post, probably an aftermarket saddle. I'd say original cranks, they kind of look like it. I'm pretty sure these are also maybe Tiagras or something from way back. Yeah, so everything on it is okay. It's got a hanger that is broken, which I did look up, and you can get hangers for it, but I just think this could be a good single speed build. Derailleur is kaput, so we will be getting rid of that. Overall, just scruffy and needing a really good tidy, so we shall see what we can come up with here, and I'll get some bits and pieces together and see what I'm thinking to build, and see what you guys think of the short dig in the shed. I'll start with these wheels. These aren't matching wheels, but they're very similar. One's stainless spokes, one's black spokes, but only if you're looking, you know what I mean. So they've got kind of a semi-aero rim and straight up black tyres. I think will look quite smart on this bike. Don't know what the hubs are. Oh, well, that's a Shimano actually, so that answers that question. That's just a random hub, and I'll take the cassette off, I think, if I was going for the no gears and the single speed option. I've got the single speed kit here with some spacers and a cog, or we'll get another one maybe. I thought about running this riser bar black on, might look alright, I don't know, maybe. Some lock-on grips, of course. Can't go wrong with the old lock-ons. Yeah, these are classic Specialized grips, nothing special. This will bolt straight onto the stem with no problems, so that's good. I do have these cranks. They are black, a little bit worn. Running a narrow wide chainring, actually, a 40 tooth, so that could be quite a good gearing if we can get the right cog at the back. Some flat pedals. Or alternatively, I've got these sick kind of, I don't know what era bar they are, but they've got cool looking bend on them. I could run a little lever in here, maybe, we'll see, but they could look quite effective on this bike as well. Drop it down, run it a bit angry, I don't know. I'm torn between the riser bars and the drop bars at the moment, so we shall see what I come up with. But that's where I'm at the moment. I'm thinking black wheels and, you know, blacken it up a little bit. It always looks good on a sort of a bright frame, so I think that will look quite good. Let's I'll have a bit more think and see what I can come up with, and I'll show you when I start ripping into this thing. Well, I've just had a wee strip down of the bike just to get a feel of the look at the moment. So I think the blacked out wheels, or blacker wheels, and the bigger tyres are actually looking quite smart. It's got the riser bars on there, just loosely fitted. Not sure. There's the front wheel, so see if I can get that back in the camera there. So that it looks alright. You know, the black wheels definitely modernise it a bit. The cranks could probably do with paint, maybe. Or I'll run those other ones to make it look better, to match the black. I always seem to black things out. It just seems like a really good colour, so to put on these bikes. So yeah, I'm still thinking. So I'm just having a wee play at the moment. I haven't done much other than just strip off all the old bits and pieces, and just seeing what we can come up with. A nice combo that looks good, and we'll keep going from there. Right. Well, let's clarify one thing first. When building a single speed, it's always easy with horizontal dropouts because you can just pull the wheel where you need it to go. But when you've got a bike that was never designed to be a single speed and it has vertical dropouts, road dropouts, in this case it's got a broken hanger, but the hanger's helping keep the wheel in, so that's going to stay, is you've got to get the chain length correct. So before I get too carried away with any of this, I need to make sure the chain length is... a chain is going to work on the length that it's got. So there's plenty of websites to go to that give you the ultimate chain length, and you can sort of work, you measure your stays and all that carry on. I just prefer to grab a big old bag of chains that I've got with various wear stages in their life, and I find the appropriate chain that's just worn with the right length to fit the cranks to cog. So at the moment I'm trialing a 40-15, 40-17. And I'll see how the chain length goes. I've got a chain here that's a possibility, and I've also got this little fella here which is called a half link, and I'm going to put this on. It basically goes big small straight away, as opposed to a chain that goes big big small small big big small small. So this is a half link. So at the moment, if this works, this chain may just work on this setup and it'll give me a nice wee gearing, so I will let you know if it works. Well, there you go. I managed to find a chain that has the right amount of stretch, and it's got the half link right there, as you can see, which gives it a sort of an in-between length, which makes it suit most sort of vertical dropout frames. And as you can see, that's a good length, and it's a good tension as well. It's just the right amount of tension to keep that chain from falling off, and it's got a narrow wide chain ring, so that should hold it on as well anyway, so that could be a goer. I would work out some gearing ratios and see if it's going to be sufficient. Otherwise we might change it to a 15, but at the moment 40-17 looks like the one I'm going to use. Well, this is where we're at. I just thought I'd put it on the ground for a good perspective. Seat's pointing up at the moment, we'll sort of that later. So this is what it looks like. It actually looks like a nice tight wheelbase bike. It's coming along really well. I was finding it rather easy. Usually, you know, that chain line is usually the problem, but since that came together pretty easily, and it's going to work absolutely fine, everything else is coming along easy. So just need to put a brake on. Probably just run a front brake, because that's all you really need on this bike. I'm very tempted. Focus. I'm very tempted to put a black seat post on and a black stem, and maybe just a straight up black saddle, but just because the theme seems to be blacked out now, and it's a tough one. It's got a little bit of silver in the braking surface, but that's about it really. And the shape of the frame really helps that kind of fixie look. So I'm kind of torn at the moment. I'm going to have a hard think about it, because I do have a black 27.2 post which will just go straight in there, but I don't have a black stem. So I may have to paint this one, which would be a bit of a shame because that's actually a factory sticker and it's an ITM. It's not a shit one. It's quite a good one from back in the day, but we'll see. We'll see. It is a bit rusty and could do with a clean up, so that may be an opportunity to paint it. So I'll have a think. Might leave it for a day and ponder over it and see what I can come up with. But at the moment, here's a side-on view. Even though the seat post is a bit high, it's going to look alright actually. So yeah, looking forward to it, and I'll fill you in tomorrow when I get back onto it. Well, it's the next day and I came to a decision. I found another stem and another seat post. The seat post is black already. As you can tell, I went for the black theme, so took out the silver stuff and I'm going to go black. I had to give this one a little bit of a tidy up, just had a bit of writing on it, so I didn't want that. And the stem is a slightly longer one, very similar steel to the ITM one. Could even be an ITM one, I can't remember. This was yellow, so I painted it, hit it with a spray can and got it black. So these are going to look quite good. I think I couldn't resist. I think the black on everything is good, and I also put a black seat collar on and got rid of the silver one. But the only thing left on this bike that's going to be actual silver is the headset, but can't win them all. But I think that's going to go pretty good. So I'll set this up and I'll show you guys what it looks like shortly. Okay, well this is where we're at. As you can see, blacked out post, blacked out saddle, blacked out stem, blacked out bars, grips, the wheels, the cranks, the pedals, everything's blacked out, even the seat clamp. Only part I didn't black out, didn't have it, was a headset and a brake. It's going to run one. I'm going to run one brake, but I still need a lever, so I will pick that up soon. I just can't seem to find one right now, but I will find one eventually. Other than that, that is pretty much the bike ready to go. I think it looks smart. It looks kind of cool, you know. It's got a hold its own kind of look. It's got an aggressive look about it. It's a classic looking fixie boy style bike, even though it's a single speed. Yeah, chain line came out pretty sick. So it's got a good chain length as well. So take it for a wee spin, see what I can come up with, see what it feels like, and find someone who wants to own it, because it's too small for me. But yeah, if you like this one and you think that bike looks sick, I think it does. It's one way to revamp a bike and bring it back out there and put it back on the road for someone to use, so in the single speed form. So yeah, if you like it, hit the like button and let me know what you think. And that's it for now. I'll pick up another bike soon and we'll do another video shortly. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.